This week, Texas Gamer tips its hat, or in this case, fedora, to acclaimed director Steven Spielberg. Not only has he consistently delivered many years of great movies like E.T. and Jurassic Park, but now he's even delivering a video game worthy of my praise in EA's Blox. When I first heard there would be a Jenga game developed for the Wii, I thought, what a perfect fit for the intuitive control offered up on Nintendo's console. And then I played it. Once. For about 5 minutes. What a disastrous effort. But the possibilities were there, and thanks to a collaborative effort between my hero, Steven Spielberg, and Electronic Arts, we're given Blox, which takes the core gameplay of Jenga and adds several more playstyles to boot. A good portion of the game's 300-plus puzzles involve a Jenga-like removal of blocks from stacks of block towers, hoping to avoid causing the stack to topple to the ground. The game employs several styles in which you can do so, thus setting it apart from classic Jenga-style play. In some cases, you'll grab the blocks with a virtual hand and discard them, while on some other levels, you'll aim at a block and throw a ball using a pitch-in motion with the Wii remote to try to knock out individual or groups of blocks. Some of the levels truly become a Rube Goldberg lesson in physics, logic, and strategic thinking. You'll have to contend with various types of blocks as well, to either aid or hinder you. There are explosive bomb blocks, chemical blocks that cause an explosion if the two come in contact with each other, and even vanishing blocks. The game does offer up some other styles of play like target shooting, but it's such a departure from the rest of the core gameplay, it simply feels unnecessary. The game also has a multiplayer component, and its easy to pick up and play structure makes it accessible for the whole family to enjoy. Now, if you're a patient person, you can even toy with the game's Create mode that lets you design your own levels using pieces you've collected during the single-player levels. It would have been nice to be able to upload these self-constructed levels for others across the globe to play, though. While the overall design and art direction is clearly meant to appeal to the younger audience, older gamers shouldn't let that distract them from including this puzzle to their collection of fun party games. Blox is out now, it's rated E for everyone, and Texas Gamer gives it a 4 out of 5. And in keeping with the Spielbergian theme, another game featuring blocks of a different type, appropriately timed with the release of the summer hit Indiana Jones and the Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, LucasArts gives us another fun LEGO title with Indiana Jones: The Original Adventures. Like the LEGO Star Wars games, LEGO Indiana Jones is primarily a puzzle-solving game with light combat and platforming elements, all packaged in a kid-friendly, comical, LEGO-constructed world. The game allows you to play in any of the 3 original installments of the franchise, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Temple of Doom, and The Last Crusade. Each level is jam-packed with thought-provoking puzzles, but never hard enough to warrant bouncing your controller off the floor. The game even takes advantage of Indy's fear of snakes. The boss battles are all very diverse, and as in any boss battle, trying to figure out how to defeat them is half the fun. One of the best moments is the minecart ride from the Temple of Doom. My only regret is that this section was way too short. And as they did in LEGO Star Wars, Traveler's Tales keeps their trademark sense of humor in the game with several comical moments. For example, check out this cutscene from Raiders when Indy presents the head of C-3PO in lieu of the just-retrieved idol. Moments like this are scattered throughout the game in both cutscenes and in gameplay. Indy can even grab a smooch from his lady friends with the mere crack of a whip. Something I wish I could do. Jumping play is an important part of the game, but unfortunately the same problems that existed in the other LEGO games like Star Wars exist here. Having a bit more control of the camera would go a long way in solving this problem. But for now, you'll have to get used to cheap deaths until you learn to land those jumps just right. The only puzzle we have not been able to solve in this game is why the developers have not been able to smarten up the AI, especially your sidekicks. Far too often in various points of the game, when you depend on them most to cooperate to help solve a puzzle or open up a door, you'll find yourself wanting to plug in a second controller just to manipulate your buddy and get him to go or do what you want them to do. So this game is even more enjoyable while playing co-op mode with a friend. We played the Xbox 360 version, but the game is also available on PS3 and Wii. All play pretty much identical with some obligatory motion controls added onto the Wii. The LEGO games were never meant to be the hardest, most challenging games to play, and LEGO Indiana Jones keeps up with the expectation level gamers have for these LEGO-themed genre of games. If you're a fan of Indy and or LEGO, then there's more than enough here to satisfy your thirst for adventure and fun. At least until the new LEGO Batman hits the shelves. LEGO Indiana Jones is rated E for everyone, and Texas Gamer gives it a 3.5 out of 5. For Texas Gamer, I'm Mark Adams.